Hello everyone! Spider Farmer sent me 3 of these SF600 LED grow lights to review, and they fit perfectly on the plant stand I set up about a month ago. I'll show you the unboxing, setup, and installation of these lights in another video, but this video is just about the light itself. Let me start with the size of this unit. It's rectangular shaped, and the actual dimensions of the light are 39 inches long by 18 inches wide and 6 inches high, which makes this the perfect light for a 2x4 growing area. Those dimensions are typical for a small grow space, and a lot of grow tents are 2 feet by 4 feet. If you measure in centimeters, as most of the world does, then that translates to about 60 centimeters by 120 centimeters. The beam angle of the light is 120 degrees, so it gives good coverage. When I first started growing vegetable plants indoors, I looked for grow lights that would be good specifically for lettuce, herbs, and leafy greens, and I found at that time the best value was 6500 Kelvin fluorescent shop lights. You can see those in my older videos. Since then, LED lights have become more popular and less expensive, and I've tried a variety of them. This SF600 is by far the quietest light I've had. There's really no noise, and I can't say the same for other brands of lights I've tried. So if you're looking at these lights to replace the old T5 shop lights you had, this will more than fit the bill. The packaging for this light is simple. It comes with a power cable and 2 hanging cables that are adjustable, so you can hang the light higher or lower within a small range. If you need to hang these far down from where they're mounted, you'll need to get some other type of hanging ropes, preferably the ratcheting kind. The light gives off a natural white light, not unlike the fluorescent lights, but the hood shields the light and directs it down towards the plants. So it's really not too harsh on the eyes. Here are the specs for the SF600, and you can see that it uses 75 watts of power, and it has 384 individual LEDs covering the full spectrum. There's no external driver, so it's a simple, lightweight design. It's basically plug and play. There's nothing else to set up or calibrate. I do wish it had an on-off switch, but it doesn't. Just plug it in and it turns on. So I have mine plugged into a timer, and that way it turns on and off when I want it to, which for me is on at 7 a.m. and off at 11 p.m. The hood above the light feels ever so slightly warm, and under the light it doesn't feel hot. So this light is great when you want to have it at a close distance to seedlings or microgreens. This is not going to overheat your plants, even at 6 to 12 inches above them. Here are some more specs from Spider Farmer. In general, the 5000 to 6500K end of the spectrum, that's the cooler light, is what I use for microgreens and leafy greens. The warmer end of the spectrum, say around 3000 Kelvin, is best for the flowering stages and fruiting plants. In the old days before LEDs, I opted for the cooler end of the spectrum, but these grow lights are full spectrum, so more like the sun than the fluorescent lights that I used to use. In terms of price, I think this is a good deal. It's around $99, that's US dollars, and most similar types of lights are more expensive. If you're looking for a light that has an on-off switch or a dimmer switch and can be daisy-chained, then go for the next level up, which would be the SF1000, although that has a square footprint, so for a 2 foot by 4 foot grow area, you might need 2 of those, and then it gets to be expensive. Or you might want to look at the SF2000, which is for a 2 foot by 4 foot growing area, or double the price of the SF600. They say you get what you pay for, but for the coverage this light gives you, even though it's not dimmable and can't be daisy chained, it seems to be a good value for the money. Meanwhile, I have 3 of these SF600s plugged into a power strip, and then that power strip is plugged into a timer, which is plugged into the wall. There are a lot of cords here, so daisy chaining these would have been more efficient, but this model is a less expensive version, and so it has less bells and whistles. It is very lightweight, which is both a plus and a minus. The minus is that it may be more susceptible to getting dinged, but I'm not worried about that, so for me it's an advantage since it's easy to adjust the light and move it around even with one hand. The growing season outdoors will be coming to an end soon, so I'll be doing more indoor planting in the coming months, and I'm very happy with this setup. I'll be growing mostly leafy greens, herbs, and microgreens under these lights, and for that, these lights will be perfect. Stay tuned for my upcoming growing videos under these lights, and thanks for watching. Bye!